about that is that it speaks to people.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
What's up, YouTube? So it's been a long time since I made a video. I am going to start working on the subfloor. I bought some special wood. It's right here. Don't mind all the junk. It is a foam resin fiberglass hybrid. It's 40 pounds. It's 3/4 inch, 4x8 sheet. It only weighs 40 pounds versus a birch piece would probably be about 70 pounds, if I remember correctly. It has an R value of 2, which is better than wood. And it's just as strong as wood. Actually, it's stronger than wood because it has more tolerance for flex. And it's rot proof. So that's why I'm using it as my subfloor. So we'll get there when we get there. But for now, I got my buddy Todd. He's helping me out. We're gonna make some templates out of this, I don't even know what kind of paper that is, but painters use it, I think. Contractors use it. And we'll make a template, transfer it to cardboard, and then make sure the cardboard fits, and then do it onto the Cusa board. So I made a scribing tool out of some trim that I had left over. It's got a point to keep it accurate, hole for the pen to go through, and Todd's gonna hold the paper. We're gonna hopefully do this accurately. So now we got our template made, multiple pieces of whatever construction type paper this is, with the scribing all the way around. The cardboard is a 4x8 is what we're going to use it, and we are going to cut it down to whatever size we need it to be. Lay the template on, tape it down, and then trace it out, and then cut it out with either a jigsaw and maybe a skill saw. I don't know. We'll find out. Right. Time lapse for this part. So we got one template completely cut out. And now we're going to test fit it. All right, we came up with a different plan of attack. Originally, I was going to try and do one solid piece here, a solid piece in the middle, and then one up behind the front seats. Instead, I'm going to do a T-joint, essentially. I'm gonna have a seam. It's 2 feet from the farthest point over here, in that way. And then another seam somewhere near the edge of that paper going this way. So the reason being, I was thinking maybe doing the 2-inch or this 2 foot from this wall to here, but it would put a heavy traffic load right around where my finger is right there, which would then be a small piece, would be kind of weak. So the joint is going this way. Okay, so we're back to do more templating with the 2 foot section on this side, 4 foot section on that side, and then a line down the middle, or whatever, down the, where his feet are. Tape. You can't really tape it up like the other side underneath, so let's just tape it to that. All right, so I have the template traced onto here. This is the Cusa board. You can see the line goes over there. Those straight lines are just for my cuts. But once I cut this, it should be good. All right, so here's the first piece cut. We're gonna see if it actually fits. Fits the way we want it to, I should say. Bring it in. Fits like a glove. Holy cow, this stuff is firm. Fits great. I do still have to make the cut where the step is, but I'm pretty happy with how it's fitting right now. That is very tight. With the door shut. Perfect. And then I'll make a, you know, I'll put the flooring on, and there'll be like a little, what do you call it, threshold type thing. But yeah, fits pretty good, if I do say so myself. You have all the edges, and then around the side, I just need to cut where the step is, and you know, whatever that radius actually is. I'll probably draw from underneath and then cut it. All right, here's the latest update. I got the 2 pieces in. So we got passenger side is the bigger piece, driver's side is the smaller piece. They fit like a glove. I basically kept the factory edge for the seams for not only the rear, but right here, the middle, and then the piece that I gotta make next is this one. That will go right there. And I will use factory edge here, factory edge here, and then I'm gonna cut that one with a circular saw. So if it does mess up, I got like a, I don't know, I guess a coping piece that will go over it. Coping piece that will go over this part. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with that. Hopefully it works. I just realized I might have screwed up on that corner, literally just now, to do what I wanted to do. So I guess we'll see if I can make it work or not. If not, no big deal. I can figure something else out. Anyways, that's where I'm at. This is gonna be kind of the most technical because I got these inserts for the transit seat rails, which I probably have not talked about. All right, I'm here on day 2 of subfloor prep with the Cusa board. And here's the last template. So I was a little worried about it because of these transit seat brackets. But this is what I came up with. You cut out a larger square and use your tape to kind of draw out the detail. Then when I pull the cardboard up to transfer it to the Cusa, I can just easily trace out my tape. And then in theory, it should fit like a glove. All right, so here's my dilemma. My van was used as a delivery van. You can see the floor dips in between the cross members, and mainly the cargo area, aka garage, whatever you want to call it. But the wood itself is exactly ½ inch. The Cusa board is 3/4 inch. So I have it currently laid out with supports that I'm gonna attach with silicone around the perimeter. For sure decided that. I got a little trim piece here that'll support the very end of the board. You got the sides by the wheel well, up by the step up there, and all the way around. The middle ones, I believe I should probably attach those as well. I'll just glue down everything. Well, not glue, but with the like a construction adhesive, and get all that attached. I have these little blocks right there. That's to help with any flexing of the subfloor once it's all down. I'm going to attach the subfloor so that they're level with this piece right here. so I don't have any seams. Same with that piece up there. And I have that piece right there that's covers everything. So sorry about the shadows, but that's what I'm doing for my subfloor. And then in between all the supports, I'll have the foam, which is that piece right there. And obviously I'll have to cut it out somehow. So yeah, that's where I'm at. All right, people, here's what we got. All my supports are glued down. I don't know if I contradicted myself, but I wasn't gonna glue them all down, and then I decided to glue them all down. And then now they're all solid mounting points on the edge all the way around. The center piece that goes on that's a low spot right there, that's on the Cusa board underneath that foam pad. So the foam and rubber pad that I had is my insulation. So that is, everything's currently laid upside down. I bought this pad because it has the ridges in there so I could get maximum amount of insulation coverage. But now I have to chop it up, which is a little scary. So I guess not scary, but the fact that you buy it in one sheet and then you're gonna destroy it. And the reason is I have the joints right there that are screwed into the Cusa board so that when I do officially mount it down, they will be like each piece, because it's 3 pieces, will be level to each other, or at least sandwiched together, if you will. So I'm gonna make a cut there for that one. There's a opposing one that goes somewhere right, I think it's that line. I cut that line off, and I'll show you how I'm gonna do it. Okay, I have forgot to record some things that I did to the van, and since the last time I recorded, which was maybe then, this is the Cusa board. I screwed up on a couple of the holes I needed for my seats, so there's a couple extra ones. I think that one's extra. Obviously that one's extra. And then I had to remount just to make sure that they lined up correctly. But latest and greatest, I screwed the Cusa board all the way down, so it's now permanently part of the van. I am getting ready to cut the Loncoin lawn seal. And so I took the subfloor, flipped it upside down, traced it out, traced all the little seatbelt holes, the transit seat holes or rails, and I'm going to use some fabric shears, cut it out, dry fit it, call it a day. Well, and then glue it down. All right, I got my flooring down. It's cured. Getting ready to make the 5-inch hole for the heater, which is a little nerve-wracking, but got it all measured out. This is where the seat brackets are gonna go. I got a mark right here, thanks to my buddy Todd. And now we're gonna drill lots of hard work and hope we don't mess it up. All right, here we go. Well, we had to bring out the big dog because DeWalt failed me. Batteries, everything. I had 3 batteries. Only one of them was charged all the way, so we got the Milwaukee. Corded Milwaukee. I think it broke through that. Oh no. Yeah, just towards the street. That's it.
Yeah, told you those battery ones were nice.
All right. And we're through. Wow, that's a whole. Okay, so it has been a couple years since I have done the floor, but what I forgot to show you is the heater install, which I didn't even film, so sorry about that. But I cut the hole. I have a seat bracket, which is going to be, or the bench, which will be modified later on. But this is what the heater looks like in its place. And I have, you know, the controls. I'll have to build and mount. You know, I haven't done the interior or anything yet. This is kind of where we're at right now. I've been using it. I use that battery. I just hook up the ends of the wires to the battery and then use the heater. But what I also wanted to show was the section from where the hole is for the heater, so you can kind of get an idea of what the floor structure looks like. So you have, that's the bottom of the van. Then you have the foam insulation layer, the, I guess you could say, I guess floor supports, and then the Kusa board, and then the vinyl flooring, which is the Loncoin flooring. So it's a perfect example of what my flooring is built out of. I still have to do the finishing coping or edge trim right here on the step over there. And yeah, that's just the end of this video, I guess. So there you go. If you have any questions, let me know. I did tap that into my fuel tank. That's a diesel heater. Max, I forget what the brand is. Max something. I'll link it. I'll put a link down in the description. But it actually works really good. It actually, with the pop top up, it's a Colorado camper pop top, it gets really hot in there on full blast, so I have to put it on low when I'm camping in, like, you know, 37, 35 degree weather. Anywho, thanks.